Bing bong, we're back. Finally got my CK20 torch out. Got my consumables. As you can see, there's a cup on it. I got this is a Furic setup. Super nice kit. Buy once, cry once type of deal. I'm gonna get the torch swapped out, and then I need to get the sheathing put on this new torch to protect the lines. You can get that on Amazon, really cheap. And then we're gonna test weld on some pieces, because I'm looking at the flow chart they sent with these cups. All of them are way more CFH than I typically use with those sizes, so we're gonna play with it. I might be missing something magical. So anyway, let's get this set up. All right, it's only taken 11 days, just kidding. It's literally taken like 13 days, I think, to get these bends in, okay? I know I have pie cuts from Monkey Fab, which are great. That is a lot of welding, and that's leaving you a lot of areas for potential cracks and stuff. So I got these, which are on the same radius. Let's see if I can hold them. Hold on, trying to show you these. Okay, kind of roughly see they're the same radius, just without all the bends or pies, whatever. Anyway, so I'm gonna show you. Let me see. I'm gonna go ahead and flip this camera around. All right, let me see if I can show you. Let's see here. We'll get this out of the way. So you see that number 1 up there? That's the pain in the butt. First tube on this side. So you see now we have clearance, okay? It's a tight enough bend, it's away from everything. So that's what we need. So now what I'm playing with is some routing. So we have to work on routing all this stuff. Again, it's a tight space, so I'm trying to figure out how to do it. The motor's sitting low in the truck. That puts it really close to the control arm situation. If I would have did a strut front end, we wouldn't be having these issues. But you know me, I don't want to be called some crazy pro mod thing or whatever. Not yet anyway. So stock suspension it is, which means we have to deal with control arms. But like I said, we got these are nice. I think these are gonna work good. I'm gonna play with some fit up. It's really hard to try and hold it and video, so I'm gonna play with some fit up, and yeah, I'll show you what I come up with. But this is the ticket. These are nice. This is Ace Race Parts, by the way. And I paid extra for the UPS shipping, so I probably wouldn't waste money on that if you needed to buy something from them. Just do their standard USPS, because you might have better luck, because that was way too long. So anyway, all right, let's get some stuff fit up and see how it goes. Y'all, these headers are gonna be the death of me, I'm telling you. Random piece of chromoly to hold the collector. I really don't have room, you know. There's not a lot of room to do anything cool. Just kind of what you get. I have to have just enough room to squeak this valve cover out of here. I test fitted a few times, and the number 1 tube was a big problem. Let me switch this camera around and I'll show you. See how tight it is in there? So I have the collector saced off that front motor plate bar, but it'll work out. But sheesh, it's tight. It's not. I'm just holding it with tape, so y'all don't judge me there yet. But I think we'll have enough room. This is the hardest tube. The other ones should be a little simpler, but wow, man, I've been struggling with this for several days, and then none of my pieces are the right radius, okay? So they're on the wrong center line, so I can't even use these. But I can promise you, if you did have these in the correct radius for what you're doing, they would be helpful. I don't know what everybody's talking about not using them. Having to do it this way kind of sucks. But Well, there's a will, there's a way. Look what we did. So we should be able to figure this out and get it done, and get it done to where it looks good and is functional. I'm not mad at it. Not mad at it. All right, let me keep getting some tubes laid out. All right, so we're back at it again. I think I show you what I do here for mock-up. Excuse my messy table. I'm in the middle of all kind of shit. Anyway, so a Sharpie and masking tape is going to be your best friend, is what I've kind of learned on this deal. As you can see, none of this is actually tacked together, with the exception of this piece, obviously. But the rest is taped, and I have hash marks on this deal. Kind of tough to see, but I have hash marks because I need to tack it up. Okay. Tape works great right up till it doesn't. When you start making it kind of heavy, it ain't gonna hold that well. So make your hash marks. And I am starting on the flange side to build to the collector, and that's kind of the consensus that I've gathered from most people anyway. So I just want to show you, I got my little hash marks. Everything's gonna line up great, hopefully, if I did my marks right. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this tacked together and get it back up in there, and let's see what happens. All right, let this one just kind of tacked in there. I'm not mad at it, but now we have the second one that we're gonna go ahead and tack as well, get some tape off. So let's go ahead and that's the hardest one in my opinion. So let's get the other one tacked up, see how it goes. All right, guys. Wife got me a Yoda cup. Anyway, yeah. I'm really not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. I just have it tacked. Obviously, as you tack stuff, you need to pull it tighter. So there is some spots that I need to get on the bench, pull it tight, tack it, weld it out, whatever. Actually, just tack it in more than one place. But you get the rough idea of it. Okay. Now I guess the easy part is building one side. It's a whole different ball game when you gotta repeat it. So anyway, hey, as always, I'm sorry I didn't upload last week. I just really didn't have nothing waiting on material. But here we are, we're trucking again. It is Sunday, so I'm gonna try to upload what we have now. That way I'm not missing another week. I'm gonna probably take the evening and hang out with the family. Do a little bit of family time stuff, that's also important. So I just wanted to show y'all where we're at with it. Oh, and I did leave the valve cover loose. I don't know if I can do this one-handed, but see, we can remove valve cover with the collector right there. So anyway, all right. Hey, as always, thank y'all for the likes. Thank you for the comments. I get tons of emails and messages. I appreciate every single one of y'all. And everybody that drops tips and tricks, hey, I appreciate that too. And hopefully whatever I'm doing might be a tip or trick for you and help you out too. Hey, as always, hit that button, hit the notification bell, and keep following along. Let's grow this deal.